Hey guys, Olumide is Rob by name. I'm here to talk to you about good communication skills in relation to work ethics. So I would like you to follow me to the next slide as we continue from where we stopped. So we have the fundamentals and vitals to all healthcare managerial functions. Communication is a means of transmitting information and making oneself understood by another or others. Communication is the creation or exchange of thoughts, ideas, emotions, and understanding between senders and receivers. It is essential to building and maintaining relationships in the workplace. Although managers spend most of their time communicating, e.g., sending or receiving information, one cannot assume that meaningful communication occurs in all exchange. However, communication does not occur until information and understanding have passed between sender and the intended receiver. To make oneself understood as intended is an important part of communication. A receiver may hear or a receiver may hear a sender but still not understand what the sender message means. Understanding is a personal matter between people and different people may interpret messages differently. If the idea received is not the one intended, communication has not taken place. The sender must merely spoken or written. So we have a 4 point agenda to treat, which is the communication, a workplace communication, why effective communication is important to a workplace, and 10 communication skills. So communication. Communication is the act of conveying meanings from one entity or group to another through the use of mutually understood signs, symbols, or semantics rules. This communication is not only restricted to language or English, Spanish, is a wide concept. This includes symbols, semantic rules, and signs. I can communicate with anyone around me using symbols, using diagrams, or whatever I need to transfer an information to another person. So there are different steps to inherit to all communications. You have the formation of communicative motivation or reason. Message composition. This is where you compose your message, either internal or technical elaboration on what exactly to express. Message encoding. For example, into digital data, writing text, speech, pictures, gestures, and so on. Transmission of the encoded message as a sequence of signals using a specific channel or medium. Noise sources such as natural forces and, in some cases, human activity, both international and accidental, being influencing and being influencing the quality of signals propagating from the sender to one or more receiver. Reception of signals and reassembling of the encoded message from a sequence of received signals. Decoding of the reassembled encoded message. Interpretation and making sense of the presumed original message. So these are the main steps to inherit all communication. The way you form or go through communication processes. You have the scientific study of communication can be divided into information theory, which studies the qualification, storage, and communication of information in general. Communication studies, which concerns human communication. Biosemantics, which examines communication in and between living organisms in general. The channel of communication can be visual, auditory, tactile, such as in barrier and haptic, olfactory, electromagnetic, and biochemical. Human communication is unique for its extensive use of abstract language. Development of civilization has been closely linked with progress in telecommunication. So we go to the next agenda. Workplace communication. Workplace communication is the process of exchanging information, both verbal and non-verbal, within an organization. There are many means of communication. To be an effective and valuable member of the workplace, it is important that you become skilled in all the different methods of communication that are appropriate. Effective workplace communication ensures that organization objectives are achieved. Workplace communication is tremendously important to organizations because it increases productivity and efficiency. Ineffective workplace communication leads to communication gaps between employees, which causes confusion, waste times, and reduce productivity. Misunderstandings that cause friction between people can be avoided by communicating effectively. For communication to occur, it must pass from a sender to a receiver. This must occur irrespective of the form of communication. Communication to be effective, it must be understood by the receiver and can be responded to. This means that communication involves speaking, reading, listening, and reasoning skills. As communications pass from the source to the receiver, there is plenty of opportunity for its original meaning to change. Therefore, listening, reasoning, and feedback is an important part of the process, as it is an opportunity for the sender to make sure the receiver has understood the message. The other consideration is the noise associated with the communication. What else is happening? What are the distractions and bargain, etc.? Noise can have a big impact on the message the receiver decodes. So while we talk about noise is like a barrier which bring interference to message. If there is a noise in a particular area and you're trying to convey a message to a partner, he won't hear you audibly because the noise is interfering what you are saying to him. Why effective communication is important? The importance of effective workplace communication is discussed below. It creates job satisfaction, lesser conflicts, increased productivity, formation of relationships, proper utilization of resources. With this highlighted importance of effective workplace communication, effective communication creates job satisfaction. When you have an effective skill of communicating, by the time you are giving passing information across to your colleague, it brings satisfaction to them because it's been effective, audible, and there is no noise interference. Lesser conflict. When your communication skill is effective, it means your audience will be able to hear you and not misunderstand what you're saying because you've easily broken down what you intend to pass across. Increase productivity. When effective communication at work is the most important issue for the success and failure of an organization. With increased productivity, with the use of effective communication, you get to pass clear and defined goals to your audience, objectives and vision to your audience and subordinates, which will increase productivity and not create misunderstanding amidst them. Formation of relationships. With open communication, relationship between employers, administrators, management, and the likes become much easier and makes the relationship amidst them be more stronger and effective. Proper utilization of resources. When information is being passed across, utilization of resources will be put in place because of good communication. We have 10 communication skills. You have listening. Listening is the basic fact. Without you listening, you can't understand what has been communicated to you. We have the non-verbal communication. These are symbols, signs, written words or language, signs, whatever. You have clarity and concision. This is when what you are saying is audible and very well understood. You have friendliness. You don't have to be strict about the way you communicate to your audience. You have to be calm, make sure they listen to you and they follow you up. When you are strict about what you're saying, some of them will get lost due to fear. But when you are friendly about it, then you are good. You have confidence. You have to be bold. Have the courage to speak up when you need to. the empathy, the open mindedness. You have to be open mindedness to have different perspective or perception of what you intend to pass across and different way you intend to pass them across to your audience. You have to give respect due to when your communication. Give respect to who deserves it, although everyone deserves respect. You have feedback. When a communication is passed across, feedback is necessary to be gotten. Because without feedback, there's no way you'll be able to synchronize the system or be sure with the sender being sure about you getting or understanding the message. Picking the right medium. You picking the right medium of transmitting your message to your audience is quite a vital part of effective communication. Well, the ability to communicate. Well, with the slides we've gone through, this has brings us to the end of whatever it is we've discussed. So this is a little note less for you. The ability to communicate effectively with superiors, colleagues, and staff is essential, no matter what industry you work in. Workers in the digital age must know how to effectively convey and receive messages in person, as well as via phone, email, and social media. Good communication skill will help you get hired, land promotions, and be success throughout your career. Thank you for listening. I hope you've gotten something and you've learned what effective communication is to a workplace. Yeah. Goodbye.